Have you ever wondered what it's like to live a life so unusual that most people wouldn't even believe it's real? Around the world, there are individuals whose lives are filled with unbelievable stories, unique conditions, and extraordinary lifestyles that seem straight out of a movie. From people with rare physical traits to those who live in ways society can barely imagine, their stories will leave you speechless. In today's video, we're counting down 10 people who have the strangest lives in the world. Get ready, because what you're about to see will truly challenge what you think is possible. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell. So let's get started. Amu Haji was an Iranian man who shocked the world, not for his wealth or fame, but for the extraordinary life he chose to live. Born in Iran and living in the village of Dejga, Amu Haji gained global attention for reportedly not bathing for over 60 years. He feared that washing with soap and water would make him sick. Instead, he lived covered in dust, dirt, and ash, earning him the nickname, the dirtiest man in the world. His lifestyle was unlike anything you've ever seen. He lived alone, slept in a small cinder block hut or holes in the ground, and ate raw meat from animals he found. He smoked animal dung in a pipe, and drank water from rusty old cans. But despite his appearance and unusual habits, locals described him as gentle, peaceful, and kind-hearted. Many thought his way of life was sad or unhealthy, but for Amu Haji, it was a personal choice. After going through emotional struggles in his youth, he decided to live away from society, believing that isolation would keep him safe. Incredibly, Amu lived into his 90s. In 2022, he passed away shortly after being convinced to bathe for the first time in decades. A moment that sparked curiosity and sympathy across the globe. Amu Haji's story is both bizarre and deeply human. It reminds us that behind the strangest lives are often personal stories, quiet pain, and the freedom to live differently. Khloe Jennings White is a highly educated woman, a chemist with a PhD from Cambridge, a talented skier, and a music lover. But what makes her story so unusual, and at times deeply unsettling, is her intense desire to live life in a wheelchair, even though she is physically able to walk. Khloe suffers from a rare and controversial condition known as body integrity identity disorder, or BIID. People with BIID feel a strong, persistent belief that a part of their body does not belong to them. In Khloe's case, she has an overwhelming urge to be paraplegic. Despite being physically healthy, she uses a wheelchair full-time and avoids using her legs as much as possible to align her physical life with how she feels inside. She has openly expressed a desire to become permanently paralyzed and has even looked for doctors willing to sever her spinal cord, something the medical world deems highly unethical and illegal. Her story has drawn both sympathy and outrage. Some see her as mentally ill and in need of help, while others view her as someone bravely living her truth in a way few can understand. Khloe says living in a wheelchair gives her relief and peace, allowing her to finally feel like herself. She's become a symbol in debates over medical ethics, mental health, and the limits of bodily autonomy. Her life may seem shocking to many, but for Khloe, it's a constant battle between the body she was born with and the identity she truly believes is hers. Dede Koswara was an Indonesian carpenter who gained international attention for his battle with epidermodysplasia verruciformis, EV, a rare genetic disorder that causes the skin to develop wart-like growths resembling tree bark. His condition began at age 10 after a minor knee injury led to the appearance of warts, which gradually spread across his body, including his hands, feet, and face. Over time, these growths became so extensive that they severely impaired his mobility and daily functioning. Despite the challenges, Dede's story highlighted the resilience of the human spirit. His condition was caused by a mutation that made his immune system less effective at combating certain strains of the human papillomavirus, HPV, leading to the uncontrolled growths. While there is no cure for EV, treatments such as cryotherapy, topical creams, and surgical removal of the growths have been attempted, with varying degrees of success. Dede's case brought global awareness to EV, and the importance of medical research in understanding rare diseases. Through his journey, he became a symbol of courage and perseverance, inspiring many to face their own challenges with strength and hope. Get ready for this one, guys, because the Ulas family is unlike any family you've ever seen before. This family, from Turkey, lives with a rare genetic condition that causes them to walk on all fours. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Scientists believe that their condition might be a genetic throwback, a glimpse into our evolutionary past. But here's the thing. The Ulas family doesn't let their condition define them. They've adapted to their environment, and they navigate their world in their own unique way. They show us that limitations are often self-imposed, and that anything is possible with determination. Their story has fascinated scientists and researchers worldwide, who are studying their condition to learn more about human evolution and the incredible adaptability of the human body. The Ulas family is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of embracing our differences. Lance Brieschke, famously known as Larry the Leopard, was a tattoo artist who became a living artwork by covering nearly his entire body in leopard spots, striving to embody the half-man, half-big cat aesthetic. His transformation began around age 20, driven by a profound desire to challenge societal norms about self-expression. Over the years, he tattooed his face, and even contemplated inking his eyelids in intimate areas to fully commit to his feline persona. This bold choice had consequences. His parents were initially distant and upset, withdrawing from the relationship for about a decade before reconciliation. Meanwhile, Larry attracted both fascination and stigma. Some denied him service in restaurants, and he was sometimes accused of looking like the devil, a testament to how polarizing his appearance was. Tragically, Larry passed away on November 28, 2018, reportedly from brain swelling at age 47. Leaving behind a young son named Zoom and a legacy of radical artistic courage. Dennis Avner, better known as Stalking Cat, was a man who dedicated his life to becoming as close to a tiger as humanly possible. Born on August 27, 1958, in Michigan, Dennis said he was inspired by a Native American chief who told him to follow the ways of the tiger. Over the years, he went through more than 14 extreme modifications, including full-body tiger-stripe tattoos, reshaped ears, sharpened teeth, silicone implants in his face, and even a split lip to mimic a tiger's mouth. He also wore custom contact lenses with slit pupils and attached a mechanical tail to complete his feline identity. Though many viewed him as shocking, Dennis insisted he was simply living authentically. He worked as a computer programmer and appeared in shows like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Sadly, on November 5, 2012, Dennis Avner was found dead in his Nevada home at age 54, with reports confirming he died by suicide. In a story that feels like fiction, but is completely real, identical twin sisters, Brittany and Brianna Dean, met their identical twin soulmates, Josh and Jeremy Salyers, at the Twins Day Festival in Twinsburg, Ohio. Within just 15 minutes of meeting, sparks flew across the twin pairs, Brianna gravitating toward Jeremy and Brittany to Josh, and before long, both brothers proposed with matching rings, and both sisters said yes simultaneously. A year later, the couples exchanged vows in a sweeping joint wedding ceremony, a magical union of two sets of twins tying the knot together. Today, the four of them live together in Virginia, where they co-own and operate Smith Mountain Manor, a wedding venue that doubles as their shared home. Their family dynamic has an astonishing twist. Both couples welcomed sons just months apart in 2022. Jet, born to Brittany and Josh in January, and Jax, born to Brianna and Jeremy in April. While legally cousins, the boys share nearly identical DNA, making them genetic siblings, a rare phenomenon known as quaternary twins. The boys are the same age and are being raised as brothers, not cousins. Of course, a life under one roof with double the love means double the dynamics. To keep harmony, the couples maintain a respectful boundary. If Josh and Jeremy are in an argument, Brianna and I try not to get into it, Brittany explains. And the reverse holds true as well. It's probably good advice for anybody who's married, they say. They also credit their success to treating their marriages like forever dating, keeping romance alive, preserving a touch of formality, rather than slipping into comfort-induced complacency. Love knows no age, and for Charlotte Guttenberg and Chuck Helmke, it meant becoming living masterpieces. This remarkable pair hold Guinness World Records as the most tattooed senior citizens, each covering nearly every inch of their skin with body art. Charlotte has tattooed about 98.7% of her body, while Chuck follows closely at 93.7%. A testament to decades of dedication to their shared passion. Their commitment to self-expression quickly caught worldwide attention, with major features in the Guinness Book of Records around 2016-2018. They've become icons in the tattoo community, not just for their art, but for showcasing that bold choices really can blossom at any stage of life. Together, Charlotte and Chuck have turned their bodies into a living canvas and their story into a message. Age is no barrier when it comes to beauty, individuality, and love. Toko, often referred to as the human dog or human collie, is a Japanese man who spent roughly 2 million yen, about 14,000 US dollars, on a hyper-realistic collie costume crafted by Zeppet, a Japanese company known for film-quality models and props. The suit took approximately 40 days to create and weighs around 4 kilograms. From a young age, Toko dreamed of becoming an animal, so much so that he once wrote in his graduation book that he wanted to be a dog. Now he brings that dream to life as he emulates dog-like behavior. He walks on all fours, plays fetch, rolls around, and even goes for outings, delighting and bewildering onlookers alike. He shares his journey on his YouTube channel, I Want to Be an Animal, amassing tens of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. In one viral video, he was even spotted interacting playfully with another human in a husky suit, calling it his dog best friend. Despite the novelty and joy, Toko's venture hasn't been without its challenges. Dog trainers have criticized his agility, especially his jumping technique, and many have found moving on all fours physically difficult. Still, Toko says the excitement and fun he derives far outweigh any discomfort. Expanding his passion to others, Toko launched the Toko Zoo in Saitama Prefecture, an experience where people can rent human-sized Alaskan Malamute costumes, complete with wagging tail and movable mouth, to live out their animal fantasies for about 49,000 yen, just 300 per session. Eric Jonathan Ducharme, born June 23, 1990, is an American artist, entrepreneur, and merman aficionado known as the Mertailor. From the age of 3, he was entranced by mermaids after visiting Weeki Springs State Park. By 6, he'd begun creating makeshift mermaid tails from plastic bags glued together, and even started drawing mermaid portraits for fun. He turned that childhood fascination into a thriving career. By age 9, a former mermaid performer recommended him for his first client order. And by 15, he launched his website to sell custom mermaid tails. At 16, he performed underwater as a prince in Weeki production of The Little Mermaid. Now based in Florida, he runs the Mertailor, where he handcrafts and sells realistic swimmable mermaid and merman tails. His creations have featured in TV shows like SNL and The Glades, a Flo Rida music video, and even Germany's Next Top Model. In 2023, he was prominently featured in the Netflix documentary series Mer People. Meet Eric Sprag, better known as the Lizard Man, a philosophy major turned performance artist who fully transformed his body into a lizard-like creature through years of intense modification. Born on June 12, 1972 in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, he began his metamorphosis after completing his undergraduate degree in philosophy at Hartwick College, and while pursuing doctoral studies at the University at Albany. Sprag's transformation began in the mid-1990s, driven by his exploration of what it means to be human. He spent over 700 hours tattooing green scales across his body, bifurcated his tongue, filed his teeth to points, and added subdermal implants, fully embracing his reptilian persona. Known as essentially a living photo op, Sprag is a master entertainer, performing a wild variety of sideshow acts, from sword-swallowing and fire-breathing to human blockhead stunts and flesh-hook suspension. He's also appeared in Ripley's Believe It or Not, toured with the Jim Rose Circus, hosted the Jägermeister Music Tour, and created music with his band Lizard Skynyrd. Now based in Austin, Texas, Sprag lives with his wife Megan and their ferrets. He continues touring internationally, challenging the boundaries of body modification and asking audiences to broaden their definitions of humanity through his living art piece. Meet Tom Peters, a British man from Hertfordshire who gained attention for embracing a canine identity, transforming into a Dalmatian he calls Spot. In 2016, he invested more than $5,000 in a realistic Dalmatian costume to live out his dog persona. In dog mode, Tom doesn't just wear the costume, he walks on all fours, sleeps in a cage, plays fetch, and munches on real dog treats. A full commitment to his lifestyle. He even appeared on the British daytime show This Morning, entering the studio on all fours to Who Let the Dogs Out, and explained how the role offers him a calming escape from the hustle of everyday life. It's a means to chill and relax and have fun with the simple things in life, like a chew toy. Tom describes the experience as magical and deeply immersive. You disappear, you crave it, it's magic. I am strongly happy, proud of who I am and what I look like. This isn't about shock value, it's a form of escapism that resonates with his emotional needs. Though unconventional, Tom Peters' story challenges viewers to consider identity and freedom, showing there's room for all kinds of self-expression, even those that blur the line between human and animal. Meet Akihiko Condo, a public school administrator from Tokyo who made headlines when he held an unofficial wedding ceremony in November 2018, legally marrying the virtual pop idol Hatsune Miku, a fictional Vocaloid character, represented by a doll in a chapel, and attended by 39 guests. Numbers chosen as a wordplay referencing Miku in Japanese. Kondo's journey began in high school, where repeated rejection and bullying led him to develop a stronger romantic connection with fictional characters than with real people. He discovered Hatsune Miku during a period of severe depression in 2007, finding solace and a reason to return to the real world through her music. In 2017, Kondo acquired a Gatebox device to interact with Miku as a hologram, prompting him to propose to her via AI responses. The ceremony that followed was not legally recognized, but became deeply meaningful to him. Since then, his affection hasn't faded. He continues to live with a life-size Miku doll at home, greeting her daily and sharing his life with her even after the supporting hologram service was discontinued in 2020. In 2023, he founded the General Incorporated Association of Fictosexuality, advocating for societal understanding and acceptance of people who experience romantic attraction to fictional characters. He is now regarded as a pioneer for the fictosexual movement. Pixie Fox, a Swedish media personality, has transformed her body with approximately 17 cosmetic surgeries, including breast augmentations, liposuction, and the extreme removal of 6 ribs to achieve an ultra-hourglass figure. She views her appearance as a canvas for living out her fantasy self, a walking cartoon character, part of what she calls her fantasy life. Meanwhile, Justin Jedlicka, known as the Human Ken doll, has undergone over 340 procedures, ranging from rhinoplasties to implants in his shoulders, cheeks, back, biceps, and butt, on a quest to become 100% plastic. They met while filming a TV show and bonded instantly. Pixie explained, "He gave me surgery tips. We're often judged for our looks, and we instantly bonded. Their connection isn't romantic in the traditional sense, but rooted in shared obsession." Pixie says their relationship is nothing more than plastic love, a partnership focused on their mutual dedication to aesthetic transformation. Their extreme lifestyle hasn't been without consequences. Their love lives suffered. Justin went through a divorce, and Pixie remained single, prioritizing her surgeries above all else. Despite this, they continue to support each other's journey and even plan surgeries together so they can recover side by side. Meet Sevenraj and his wife Pushpa, a couple from Bangalore, India, who have turned their love for 2 colors into a lifelong lifestyle. Known as the Red and White family, they are famous for living in a world completely themed in just those 2 colors. Sevenraj, named for being the 7th child in his family, considers the number 7 lucky, but what truly sets him apart is his commitment to red and white. Every aspect of his life reflects this theme, from his clothes and accessories to his home, car, and even household items. Their home is a striking sight. Walls, furniture, utensils, and even their phone and office supplies are all red and white. The couple exclusively dresses in these 2 colors every single day, and they've extended the same theme to their son, who also embraced the lifestyle. For the Raj family, this isn't just about appearance, it's a way of life. The colors symbolize harmony, discipline, and love. While others may see it as eccentric, the couple says it brings them joy and a sense of unity. Raj, who also speaks 7 languages, believes in living with intention and purpose. Through their colorful lifestyle, he and Pushpa send a simple but powerful message. Embrace what you love, live it boldly, and let it become your signature. In Orlando, Florida, a unique family is redefining what it means to raise children in the 21st century. Ari, Gwendolyn, and Brennifer are a throuple, a committed relationship between 3 people, and they're parenting in a way that's sparking conversation worldwide. Together, they're raising their 2-year-old Sparrow as a Thaby. That means the child's gender hasn't been disclosed, not even on official documents. The goal? To let Sparrow grow up free from traditional gender roles and choose their own identity when they're ready. This isn't the family's first time challenging the norm. Their older child Hazel was initially raised as a girl, but came out as non-binary at the age of just 4. Today, both children are being supported in expressing who they truly are, without being boxed in by labels from birth. The 3 parents all identify as non-binary or transgender themselves, and they believe that children should have the freedom to discover their identity on their own terms. While their local community has been mostly supportive, the family has faced backlash online, with critics claiming this style of parenting could confuse children. But for this family, it's all about love, freedom, and acceptance. Whether you agree or not, their story is part of a larger global conversation, one that questions how we define gender and who gets to decide. And there you have it. 10 people whose lives are so strange and extraordinary, they prove that reality can be even stranger than fiction. Each story reminds us that the world is full of surprises, and that uniqueness is what makes life truly fascinating. Which of these unusual lives shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable stories from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring the strange and the amazing.